So again, just to confirm what the objective of this lesson, lesson 2 is to identify the components of a rifle cartridge and their functions, yeah? To identify the different types of rifle ammunition, alright? And that handout will explain a lot of things that we just don't have time to cover today, like there's an awful lot regarding calibers. And identify the major types of cartridge malfunctions, alright? The things you may come across, alright? And the 5 fundamentals of shooting a rifle, alright? There's quite a bit in this, alright? Okay, so cartridge components, alright? What you're looking at there is a 223 round that's been cut in half with a saw, alright? And we're looking at a cross section on top and the round itself on the bottom. And again, you'll see on the diagram there the cartridge components, alright? So what the cartridge is made up of, alright? It's obviously made up of the case. The case is what holds everything together, yeah? The brass case, yeah? The primer, right? The primer is like a small explosive compound, right? That's held within either one of two places. The center in the cup, all right, for center fire ammunition, or in the rim, which is in like a .22 caliber rim fire ammunition. And I'll hand out a couple of empty shells just to show you the differences. You've got the powder charge, yeah, gunpowder. It's now cordite or whatever, yeah. The actual charge that burns rapidly, yeah, which basically the explosive part goes off as the firing pin hits it, ignites the powder charge, yeah, that burns extremely rapidly, right, and causes a build-up of gases, hot gases, and that's basically what pushes your bullet head forward, all right. And you've got the bullet itself, and the bullet could be made of many different things. That one there is a hollow pointed round, so you'll see the top of it here is hollow, yeah, so when it hits on impact it will expand and cause more damage basically. So very popular for hunting, for example, yeah, where you want to get a good clean kill to cause them a massive tissue damage. It will ball basically as it hits, as opposed to say a full metal jacket round, which would be completely bullet head with no hollow point, alright, which would go through and through, okay, which is not necessarily what you want all the time.
Sometimes they're just lead.
Just a lump of lead.
Just a lump of lead, no jacket.
Yeah.
Why would, you know, if you want to go on to why do you use a jacket? Why would you put a metal jacket on?
Any ideas why you use a full metal jacket round, an FMJ round? Any ideas?
Distance.
For?
Distance.
Distance is one thing, right? Okay.
Larger animals you have to go through bone maybe to get through.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Aerodynamics.
That's controlling.
Aerodynamics. Aerodynamics will be changed slightly by the hollow pointed round, yes, but in general a full metal jacket round is cheaper to manufacture than say a ballistic tipped round or a hollow pointed round. Bear in mind a ballistic tipped round would have the bullet, and where you'd have the head of the bullet could be a little pointy piece of plastic, alright, and a pointy piece of plastic flattens on impact and causes a tumble effect, yeah? So as the bullet hits it tumbles, yeah, and it would literally, as opposed to making a .243 calibered hole, it will tumble and sort of come out the size of a small, I don't know, tangerine or whatever you want to call it, right? It makes a big hole, alright? So that's a ballistic one. FMJ, full metal jacket rounds, generally cheaper, and again, people use them for target shooting, right? For long distance target shooting, shooting a steel plate at 300 meters or whatever, a full metal jacket will generally.
Lead is very soft. Lead is very, very soft material, and it's easily damaged. The metal jacket will protect the head. It also has the other thing is lead strips and gets, again, it's easily damaged. It leaves a lot of crap in your barrel. And the metal jacket again,
it's a cleaner round to shoot. Alright. So a lot of the issued rounds in the military or anything like that is generally a full metal jacket round.
Has to be, you need it.
Yeah. Okay, so cartridge components. As I mentioned, there's a rim fire cartridge. And there's also a centre fire cartridge, yeah? So in a rim fire cartridge, you'll see that the priming compound, that little piece of explosive if you like, is contained within the rim. And what we're looking at here, just to explain it, is a .22 shell and a centre fire shell cut with a saw in half. Alright, just to give you an idea of the section of it. Alright, so with a rim fire, the priming compound is contained inside the rim of the case head. So if that's struck anywhere on that diameter, it will go off. Yeah? The centre fire, as you can see, is much more well manufactured, more expensive round, etc. The centre of it must be struck by the firing pin. Yeah? I'll just hand out some.
The very same as the cap. The cap does the very same thing and just flashes. The reason you don't use it as an actual propellant to fire, you know, why bother having the powder in there, just use a bigger cap. It doesn't have any efficient gases. It doesn't propel anything, it just spits it. So if you filled it up with that fulminate
rim fire, some centre fires.
You fill up the cartridge with that, it would go big bang, it would spit the bullet out, probably blow up the gun, but not any good.
Okay. They've been handed around, so have a look at the differences there, yeah? Centre fire cartridge, the priming compound is contained in a metal cup called the primer in the centre of the case head. Alright, so that must be struck in the centre of the case head. Alright? Generally with larger calibers. .22 caliber LR round is a rim fire round, and one of the empty shells that has been handed around there is a 22 LR round. Right? You also have a 22 Hornet, for example, which again is a 0.22 of an inch across the diameter of the back of the head, but it's a longer round. That's actually a centre fire round. Right? So there is different types of 22s that are actually centre fire, and of course more expensive because there's different manufacturing involved. Yeah. Okay, so the rim fire bullet, which we're looking at here, the 22 round, yeah? The primer is contained within the rim head, alright, the case head. The powder is within the case. The case is what holds it all together, and then you've got the bullet, yeah? And you'll see on the far right when it's broken down. Okay. The centre fire ammo, pretty much the same thing. The only difference is the priming compound is contained within the metal cup, the primer at the bottom, yeah, in the centre. Okay, otherwise it's basically made of the same stuff. Alright,